Táid tá I gcos a bhodig, áit even cosisiarige agus be mi de crélo áit tSúil fud na lehanna seo amach. I glár na míosa tá meascán de bhír na gandíh. Ar súd tá tuairiscear écht olbhraigh an grúpa a bhreithe le 100 ailse na tíorsa. Pís ar nabar úntacht tSúil le Tearmann na Ronnta le spóil, as féach mit siar ar thunscnamh bhíorsúil ag an Díseart le DNA. Ar éon chuma ra mi chuig ar géad tuairisc. Bhín slite nó agus neamhnách ag déanach an airgad bhailú de chúis na bhatha. Le den aimse na chásca, bhfuil grúpa misnúil an bóthir ó Bhéal Feirste agus an naig ó gheas ar Baile nGall. Bhí Scrogall ar láthair chun na hileáilteach mar gheall ar an grúpa sa. Le den deir seachtain na cásca bhí céim den rás roithaíochta aitheanta rás na mún stagan. Ach bhí grúp eile do léachar ag teacht ar an Baile a theas los ceann 500 km ar tríalt ar Corca Dhuibhne. Bhí slán ní chathláin ar láthair chun buaithe lo.
Tá bhín sos a dagan las mu a choráiste íomhráin is fneacht le lucht an maracycle from Belfast to David ar Boston ted le thugad ar dína nófuil éon tréáil déantacha agus is ar bhaithe le cancer centres ar fuad na tíide a thoise de bailú airgid ar bhaithe le Frank Bunting a fear a bhí ganas ar an INTO sa tuaisceart agus ha tanis chun fnachtlóha agus ráitsa ar an good déirnach don droslóha ó nagan siarcail fada le Baile nGall.
Bhí tamlaí dansa le raibh éon marcar in arán fortithe an maracycle a bhí teacht ó hrálaí. An chiad rairc go bhíortha ná fear an éonar agus an chumar an scéal gur gearú tíar rothair. Le marbhall ar bégan do cas timpeall agus amach an bóthir leis ar thuail ar rothair is dóch. Ní fada in dhiags gur tháinig an chiad rotha isteach ar an Baile agus an fearnach ar rothair aige níos luathe luaite is náramh.
Táimid sa an Baile nGall agus an rás sriste goin buchas le dia agus na hen duine slán sábháilta. Táimid sa an éanacht le chuimhín agus tá seach an insin dúine is meall ar an grúpa. Chuimhín Aibreán céhéiste féin?
Well, grúpa cardja de Prontis táimid bí Prontis in a camera den common muintir na hairn in tuaisceart na hairn agus fíimeil in cardúil leis agus nuair fuair sé bás bhí rún agin rud a dhéanú ina ceimhne agus tháinig bhain sé céile agus chur an smaoinú agin an rás seo nó an toras seo a dhéanú agus airgid de bháilú don anadáilt don ag an ospidéal na Cearrach in Bhéal Feirste.
So hasníomhar cúpla lá hin?
Hasníomid in Bhéal Feirste Díseart agus an céad lá chuimid go dtí an cabhain an lána é sin an cabhain go dtí athlón agus an lána é sin athlón go limní go dtí tralaí agus aniu tralaí go dtí an Baile nGall.
Agus tháinig cúpla duine ón nagan agus ó Corca Dhuibhne cho fada le trolaí chun buaile libh.
Tháinig.
Agus an dúg sé sin spragadíh.
Ó, bhí sé go anmhaith i d'áil agus bhí crack an.
Agus an bhfuil mór an airgid bailithe goibh ar son?
Ag an bómate tá 50 míle font ag an bómate ach tSúil agin iné an Congress don Common Muintirí na hair an tSúil agin couple míle eile a bhailú ag an Congress.
Agus a raibh sé deachar an trusa ar fada dhéanamh. Bhfuil pianna de chorpan is aber?
Bhí sé deachar go leor an céad lá bhí an amtir go donna agus bhí an céad lá go cruí ach in dhé sin bhí an gaí ar drim agus bhí sé maiid agus tháinig an soilse amach agus bhí sé maiid bhí sé fuair ach bhí sé an maiid.
So tá deireadh sriste go bhfuil cóghardachas libh fad agus go náirí libh?
Go mágad.
Le blianta beag an nuas tá an nachtar sóireachta agus gnó ar an lehanana sé déanamh iirecht chuir leis na háisina tar fáil de chuirteoirí in aimse floch. I rábhí sa de as glíoch an ceannas nódómhsa in imime lá le spóil sa sin Tearmann na Ronnta is Fiadhúlra. Chuig ar dúrasóir éidir nó sé suirchun caintló féin obair tSúil.
Hello, and today we're here outside the Dingle Wildlife and Sea Sanctuary just outside Dingle on the Tree Road. The sanctuary is another addition to one of the many visitor attractions here on the peninsula. Now we're going to go in and talk to Ali, who is one of the team members who helps rehabilitate the animals.
We've been open here since June 2010. We originated as part of the Irish Seal Sanctuary, which was in Dublin, and that's been around for the last 20 years. So they actually were appealed for a new site to open another seal sanctuary, and one of their managers came down here, and the owner of the sanctuary here, Ciarán, he offered up this piece of land to be used as the sanctuary. So since June 2010, we've been operating as the only seal sanctuary in Ireland. The one in Dublin actually closed down, so we cover the whole coast of Ireland now.
And what kind of animals would you treat here?
Obviously we treat seals. We have, in the summer months we get common seals, and in the winter months we get the grey seals. We also take in any wildlife in need, so we often get lots of seabirds such as gannets and puffins and shearwaters, that sort of thing. We also have had an otter come into us and quite a few hedgehogs, that sort of thing. Anything in need we'll help if we can.
You rescued a couple of gannets there last month on Ventry Beach. Could you tell us a bit about the condition now and how they're faring out?
Of course, yes. There were two gannets that were actually found on the beach. They were tangled in a lot of netting and very exhausted. One of them was particularly tired, but other than that had no obvious injuries. The other one had what appeared to be a damaged wing. It was actually turned out just to be some tender damage. So we fed them both up. They were both eating really well. The one with the damaged wing, we actually had a stocking over its whole body to hold its wing in place until it healed, and they actually were doing really well.
Very good. Now, Ali, could you tell me, is there much work involved in getting the seals back up to full strength, ready for the big bad world?
There is. It's quite a process getting the seals back into the wild. Often when they arrive to us, they either have a really nasty injury, often from a propeller or from being caught in netting. Other times they could just be an orphaned pup where they may have been separated from their mother after a storm, or perhaps something happened to the mother, or she just abandoned them if she's a first-time mum and doesn't know exactly what to do with a pup. So we often get a lot of underweight pups as well that have been weaned from their mother but haven't learnt how to hunt fish yet. So for all those reasons, we get seal pups in. We have to tube feed them to rehydrate them when they first arrive, which is quite a process, and then we slowly move them onto a fish soup, which we just put straight into their stomach. Then we have to move them onto fish, which can be quite challenging. Sometimes they've never even seen a fish before, so we have to teach them how to eat, which can sometimes mean force feeding. More often than not, they pick it up very quickly though, and once they're eating the fish in their bath in the kennel by themselves, they get moved over into these nursery pools behind me. Once they're in here, it's a good chance for them to sort of have normal social interaction, and they can compete over fish and gain weight and muscle mass. So once they reach an ideal weight, we then release them back to where they were found.
Apart from rescuing animals at the sanctuary, what else happens here?
What else happens here at the sanctuary? Well, obviously, yes, we've got a lot of animals we look after. We've got our seals and we've got our resident bird life. We've also got 4 little kid goats, which is a nice attraction for families and children. They can bottle feed and pat the goats. We also have a nature walk, boardwalk, which goes out over the lakes, so people can bird watch the natural bird life. We also have a very large playground for children. There's a lovely farm fresh cafe that people can enjoy a nice lunch in, and recently we've just acquired some pedal boats so people can paddle out on the lakes. It's a lot of fun.
Brilliant. Sounds like great crack. And what should people do if they come across any injured animals?
In the case of a seal, we always say to people, don't put it back in the water. That can actually end up killing them, so that's what we don't want. So they can call us on our phone number here, or get in touch on our website and tell us what's wrong with either the seal or the bird, and we'll go out if we can as soon as possible and try and do what we can for the animal. With birds, it's quite easy for people to, if they can contain the animal, to bring it into us, and we can help them.
Very good. Well, Ali, thank you very much for your time.
No worries, thank you.
Tá tógra bon idir níosa stangan agus an pobl mór le blianta bheag nuas. Mléana agus mar chuid de heachta náisiúnta na ngrán, bhí deisig daoine a grán féin a chneach agus é chur. I ngóir daoine an seanach clochar a curchiad agus gléach Coill Crann Clainne ar an dtionscnamh sa. D'imigh Scrogall isteach chuach chun caint leis na líne a bhí páirteach sa dtionscnamh sa.
Well, we say get some nice more, you know. 3 gardine aan de hele, dus een gardine moet wijn mee houden. Agus we gaan naar gardine gaan de bahe. Ach, gostloos is in tempel €11 euro. Agus neer we daar mag een tiger tempel wegzetten die aan de handen fé'n gaan vinden. Ach, niet rijden niet niet, die waar ik tiger les, agus daar ben niet maar naar hier. Daar we achter een swingen we daar kreen in haar gown. go háir gan Mary Reynolds an agus go daim bríd socha an bheirt a bhí bun an gádíine a dheara. Agus péisce le I siúd a hána chúmstúda an dú leis an tuairim seo dúis go bhéit mist well hastig gom go an gádíine sí suas, mar nadar éine chun a bheith grodí fé an déimlíon an rivigin an countsa a dhéana dianta gin agus an cean tríú cean híos chochrú beidir go meach an tígar nu beidir anhí gin eile bre mé timppla a bheití a chomá. Bó agus ra an torsan, pescele dúirt am hen gur cheart an tasnú huas. As nimmer huas agus de chiníisi siúdar an spíineháin sin Crann Clainne, family tree agus go bhéit a bhíiste idir chur an ór agus an gádín bream ors an go bhfuil na faraíúntacha timppla sin i dhéanamh agus go mechas socha slí an de cúplacíad Crann. Agus go ré mar dhéanam mar machna ver sin san do chiníimir a rodí eile. Man hampla bu jatlan od Scrogall bheann, mar is mic nó Dhuibhneach pescile a go mech cehna timppla agus go mech fucht agus séideán agus scrána as go gafa féineáil. Agus an san beidir go jatla picnic I bheith moch féin bhrelim soch na bhíonna mar is an bhéan machchas bhrelim teachtamachchan agus picnic I bheith gom tra fada. Da go chéan chalíní deasa timppla an picnic anamh dom.
So hastig go mech an pobl go mech slícoch an teachtasteach a gádaí.
Se tá sin fír. A chunna fíorrá hastig bom go méidir páirteach meachtaí an Díseart. Mar atá sé is ó heh léachtaí agus an torsa dí mar sin is mó takeíocht a háil dúine ó Mheric agus is fád ó bhile Mheric an mar taimine an armhainte féin. So hastig mom san go gurich na dtíine spéisian sa rud sa mar tá na gádíine se go háil agus an áid íhan agus ba ceart féim captain dastar. Agus tá áhas an dánarm go bhfuil geirí chomáis an smíineh agus go bhfuil go gaiimiid ráile daine is náfuil hiide crín le díla.
Tá siad ar fád díal.
Tá siad ar fád díal.
I was brought in to project manage to make sure that everything runs smoothly. We're hoping to plant over 200 trees with a plaque beside each one dedicated to each family. And we're hoping to have quite a few people coming tomorrow to plant their own trees. And yeah, that they'll actually feel attached to their trees, I think is quite important.
Good special Díseart se an Halín. Agus meas an Halín atá filiocht. Tá go méid bailúchan mór filiocht an sanna thuasláig agus mis agus mé agus tíine géiste an brad a bín sé do ná. Agus cadile an san meach ceol mó féin éir. Tá go began an Scáileán so ní bheith sé na ben standard fad ach be sé ábhainn cosúlis. Is anna has an lásanúach na chun slómúr agus go léir gobar. Bí breis agus céadaine an nuairchú Suas agus na críine agurcha. Agus an san gan áras duineach níos móna san cruch a lán don Tuscán Suas chomá. Agus an san ó hin déirlinn an féarachur agus tá sé sin mar hála, tá sé sinna fásanis agus an tálinn mar hanig báisteach níor bhéon báisteach go dtí gur bhíon an féarglas síl féar curtha as be sé sin anna dheas. Ach ní bheith sé réigear fad le húsáid go dtí mí lúnas a dtíarn. Well, tá reinfá Aibreán déanamh mar caafar na henmreach a gléire chuidir ar slín. Tá seanna slína gine leimi de úsáid san chun na henmreach ar síos ar sin. Agus tá sé sin a dhéanamh go slachfar a go cead anamh agus Venezuelis go meach an fearfásta agus go bheith faoisiúlar agus go méid na plecna go léir alah timppla lár lúnasa agus lámúra gin le chun dé.
Well sin don gláirsa agus tásúlagan go muineh sása bhas. Ná deirúdgaí gur for tús le féil na bealtaine ón siú lá go dtíon 7 lád an bhísa. Le cúnamh déibh mi dé clúd a chutas na imeachtaí le linn an féile don chiad glár eile. Leis cin mar chláircha stúdio an éirigh mar chud de chósta tréála istignar stúdio Gúlín. A cheannas na chláircha a duineach bhí out the gap ina pléoch cuasaí sláinte meabd in níor chiaí. Séidir teachtar an glársa ar Fiadhúlra Scrogall TV.org. Well, slán livanis agus cíimiid sibh an chiad bhí eile.